Well, ladies and gents, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has tracking for a $60 million opening. That means monumental failure. Beyond possible belief, in fact. Now, I will say, I actually don't believe it's going to open to $60 million. I think $100 million is probably accurate. But $60 million seems incredibly low for this movie. Massively low. Now, it seems like a lot of what they're tracking this on is the critics' reviews coming out of Cannes Film Festival. But I think they're putting too much stock in that and people's reactions to critics. I think, generally speaking, this will have a fan base that'll open it to $100 million and then it'll just fall off of a cliff. This won't make any money because it needs to make close to $1 billion to start making money, right? Because too many delays, reshoots, you name it, it's happened. It's cost too much money. So, $100 million I can believe. $60 million? No way. No way. That's like a straight up bomb if that's the case. That's losing like $500 million easy. And I know that sounds like a staggeringly high number, but this movie costs a staggeringly high amount. Staggeringly high amount. And its market will be the Western world. If it doesn't do very well domestically, yeah, you're looking to lose like $500 million easily. And I know that's a big number, but that's the genuine truth of it. So let's check this out. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Again, because of Cannes and the lackluster film reviews, 50% rotten. I'm surprised they didn't adjust anything, in fairness. Rotten Tomatoes has been well known to adjust things for Disney. In fact, they changed their whole rating system and reviewing system for Captain Marvel. But Disney, Lucasfilm's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is currently looking at a $60 million domestic opening. The movie opens on June 30th, heading into what is conceivably a 5-day play period because of Independence Day falling on a Tuesday. I don't think that'll matter. Little Mermaid opened across a holiday in the USA, and it didn't change anything either. So Dial of Destiny's 3-day is down from they only had it $100 million before. I would have thought something like Deadline. That sounds like I'm going back on what I said. No, I would have thought someone like Deadline would have put it a bit higher. I'm surprised they had it on the conservative level of $100 million. But they say it's down from that because 2008's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and this latest sequel reps the finale for the franchise. Crystal Skull opened on a Thursday over Memorial Day weekend, earning in total over 5 days 151.9. So they think, even adjusted for inflation, it's going to do less than 0.5%. I mean, adjusted for inflation, $60 million, this film's an absolute, unequivocal, nuclear bomb, right? That's just insane. Staggeringly, insanely bad. Which is madness. I mean, they think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull would have absolutely killed a lot of interest in the franchise, for sure. Absolutely. But that was a long time ago, 2008. Adjusted for inflation, $151.9 million. Now we've also got variable ticket pricing, $60 million. Holy shit. So James Mangold obviously took it over and has been just spouting off on Twitter like an idiot. But Dial of Destiny is tracking significantly with older guys over younger. That's not a surprise. Which has many comparing his pick to the Daniel Craig finale No Time to Die, which only did $55.2 million. But 2018's Mission Impossible Fallout did 61.2. Now, again, it's not a surprise that this is tracking with older guys. Why is that a shock? I mean, it's an old franchise. You need to know who your market is. You can't spend so much money on this if your market's not a big market. So some are saying a $70 million start for Dial of Destiny. And that's quite a stretch. Realise that Lionsgate's John Wick Chapter 4 opened to 73.8 with double the tracking metrics. So there you go. I mean, that's what they're saying. Tracking metrics. John Wick opened to 73.8 and it had double the tracking metrics. So realistically, 60 million by their own statement here is actually a stretch. That's crazy. Disney will need to pick up the slack in the coming weeks with their marketing, but there's no interest. And they're like, oh, we need to get interest from younger guys. Well, why would you possibly spend $350 million on this movie? Why? Why would you do that when its target demographic, the fan base, is old? Now, again, I'm saying old, right? I'm in that demographic, but it's not exactly a broad demographic, is it? So they're saying that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be an issue, and then you've got The Flash as well. And the harsh word of mouth out of Cannes is quite a hurdle. I still think they're putting too much stock in that. I just think realistically it's the case of why would you spend so much money on this piece of crap? No one's interested in this. So Dial of Destiny, $60 million 3-day. That's easily the second best start for the Indiana Jones franchise. They even tried to spin it as a positive. Oh my god. It's easily the second best start. What, even adjusted for inflation? Piss off. Piss off. In the box office era, Last Crusade opened to 29.3. Yeah, when was that released? Idiot. That was in 1984's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom did 25.3. Yeah, in 1984. God. 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Had $8.3 million. But only 1,000 theatres. Christ. And by January 1982, had earned 179.6 with an initial cume of 212.2. Lifetime gross, 248. Why on... You cannot possibly... Deadline. Please. Have a harsh talk with Anthony D'Alessandro. You cannot possibly spin this as positive. Oh, it's the second best opening. So? No, it's not even adjusted for inflation, it's not. Anyway, look. At the end of the day, look, this is a bomb. If it opens to $60 million, that's nuclear disaster. Bomb. Honestly. When is Kathleen Kennedy going to get fired? When's she going? That's hot on my question right now. When is she going to get fired? Because Christ, this is bad. Anyway, I thought you'd find this funny. I did. I'm shocked by this. I think $100 million maybe. $60 million. Goodness me. That seems impossibly low. Cheers, guys. Take care.